putting on the tires on this thing, and it appears that the people over at Gorilla Cart did not drill the hole all the way through for these little pins. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'm not able to get the pin through, obviously, because there's still steel right there. So gonna have to go find a drill bit and drill it myself. There we go. Hole is drilled all the way through. Oh. Oh yeah. We got a cart, folks. Cool thing about this cart is that it has a dump feature on it. So that handle I just installed, it's locked in place, lift it up, and the cart dumps. It's pretty neat. All right, all in all, build wasn't too difficult. A couple things that probably could have been fixed at the factory, like that wheel hole not being properly drilled out would have been nice, but you know, it happens. All in all, I already like the feel of this thing. I got the largest one that you could get from the 3 options they had. The reason I bought it originally was to move a bunch of firewood that I'm cutting down in the back. So the biggest option is the one I'm gonna need. But first things first, let's go collect these bags of leaves I collected yesterday, and let's take them over to the carport. First use of the Gorilla Cart. Collecting these bags of leaves for leaf mulch for the garden come spring and summer. Even with the largest Gorilla Cart, we ain't gonna be able to fit too many of the bags in here. We'll try and fit these last 2. The cart supposedly has a 1,800 pound rating, or it might have been 1,400, regardless. Something ridiculous like that, which I don't know who is going to be towing 1,800 pounds in this thing, or if that's actually possible. That's what it says on the box. I won't be testing that. I'll probably get it up to like 300 with all the logs I'm going to put in it, maybe a little more. We'll definitely be putting this cart to work. Uh-oh. Spot the problem here. The 3 golden girls. They must be the smartest ones because they keep finding escape routes out of the run. Let's see. Oh, yep. Got some zip ties that broke down here. Able just to come out through the bottom there. Well, since the golden girls are out, I suppose y'all can come out too. moved. Uh-oh, that might have been the one to tip it. Put this one down here as a support. There we go. That'll be, oh boy. That's a lot of mulch for next growing season. We will see if it lasts all season or not. First job with the Gorilla Cart completed. All in all, it pretty much acts how you'd expect it to. I forgot to mention that it actually can hook up to a hitch. I'm not sure what size hitch that is, but something like a lawnmower or ATV. It can hook up to that and you can tow it. So the weight limit could be reached if you're towing it with something. But all right, so I found another job that can be done today using the Gorilla Cart, and that is cleaning out the chicken coop. So let's go ahead and get that started. So I got the Gorilla Cart backed up to the coop. We'll see how well this works for scooping the chips out. As much as I wanted the Gorilla Cart to work for that, wheelbarrow just works better. That's all right. That's all right. Old Trusty. Don't worry, old Trusty. That Gorilla Cart ain't gonna take every one of your jobs out around here. Another thing I didn't think about is that I decided that I want to stack the old chicken bedding in our garden, so that way I can let the chicken compost. That way I can let the chicken bedding sort of compost for a while. Let that chicken manure not be so hot, so I can add it into our garden come the season. However, the new Gorilla Cart will not fit through our new garden gate, but old Trusty will. So kind of waste a little bit of time. I'm gonna have to move all that bedding that I put in the Gorilla Cart into old Trusty, but that's all right. That ain't gonna work. Got all our cover crop coming in. I cover cropped this bed. I did a leaf mulch on this bed. I'm gonna kind of see which one I like better. I think I also did a small leaf mulch in this cover crop bed. Threw out a little bit of cover crop seed on this. Didn't really do much for this one, to be honest, or this one. So we'll have some work to do on those come spring. This one got a cover crop. Or sorry, this one got a light leaf mulch, and then these new slightly raised beds, just above ground beds, got a thick layer of cover crop. And it is growing nicely. You can just see this stuff is freaking thick. So this will be really good soil. This is my first season doing cover crop, so my plan is to let it sit until it dies when it gets really cold this winter, and just leave it as like a sort of like a dead mulch on top. And then come spring, just kind of turn it over under the dirt. That's my plan. So far it's been kind of cold, and the stuff it's kind of fallen, but it's definitely not dead. So we'll see if the stuff will actually die. when it starts getting really cold out. We also planted some Freedom Arc blackberries just before it got cold. So hopefully we planted them soon enough or early enough for them to get established before the cold. So they come back in the spring. We will see. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with those. We kind of just sent it. We didn't really plan it out. We just bought them and sent it. We didn't think too much about cold or right time of season, but that's sometimes, I mean, you could spend a lot of time researching, and sometimes I do, but other times I just buy the seed and send it. We actually did that with, we had this full in-ground bed right here filled with green beans, and this one as well was filled with green beans. We just sent it, and we got hit with an early cold front, and I saw on the package it said frost sensitive for green beans. I didn't realize how frost sensitive they actually were. The entire grow of both beds got completely wiped out in one night of it being freezing. So maybe should have done a little more research on that one instead of just sending it. But now we know for next year, don't plant the green beans if they're gonna start blooming right when it has a chance at freezing. But that's part of it, man. You try stuff, you learn and learn from your mistakes. So anyway, I'm thinking right here, I'm gonna pile up the chicken manure right in here and kind of start a little compost pile. See how it goes. So this is what I mean when I say that this old trusty works a little bit better than the Gorilla Cart. This is my strategy with it. It's kind of like on a tilt, leaned up against there, and I just sweep the shavings right in. Works wonderfully. Yep, works way better for this job. It's really just gotten cold quick this winter. Got cold early too, a lot earlier than it usually does. Got the sniffles. You don't need a whole lot of bedding in this front area because they don't really poop very much in here, but you need a little extra in the back where the roosting bars are. Voila. That sucker flipped. Let's talk about what I'm carrying on the Homestead today. This is the tactical Homestead after all. So today I'm carrying my Glock 17 Gen 3. It's got a RMR Type 2 on it and a Streamlight TLR1. And this sucker is just absolutely dirty from doing chores today. But it's a Glock, so it'll shoot. I always like to carry something when I'm around the Homestead, or if I'm off the Homestead, because when seconds matter, the police are only minutes away.